Greetings, I got a blurb here for you on this thing here. It's Duke Nukem 2, except it's not. I mean, it is, but it's a modern conversion, or really a complete reverse engineering of Duke Nukem 2, the classic Apogee platformer that was originally for DOS.
I am back.
Yeah, LGR Viewer got in touch a while back, and it goes by Lethal Guitar Online, and he's developed this here, the Rigel engine. Basically, it's Duke Nukem 2. It uses the same files as either the shareware version or the registered version of the game for DOS, but it's just a executable replacement. So you just, C++ redo of the entire game, which is awesome. So let's get past the intro here. You can see immediately this is completely different. So yeah, we've got all kinds of different graphics options, VSync, FPS limits, you can show the FPS. You choose your installation just wherever the files are for the game, whether it's the full version or shareware. Some sound options, not as many as the DOS game. You can't, like, say, choose PC speaker or just ad-lib. It's all Sound Blaster stuff, at least at the moment. This is version 0.7.1 right here, so subject to change, of course, in the future. And a lot of updates are planned, but a lot of updates have been implemented already. Like, look, quick saving and quick loading, that's a thing. And some enhancements as well. So I've got widescreen mode enabled here. It doesn't look like it at the moment, but this will be in widescreen. And yeah, quick savings turned on, so more responsive menus as well. That's awesome. So let's just go right into it. And look at that. It is very, very familiar. Obviously, I mean, it looks like Duke Nukem 2, but scaling beautifully. Got it in widescreen here, 16:9, so you can actually see a bit more to the left and right. And yeah, it looks really good. It plays great. Like I said, just the Sound Blaster sound effects. It doesn't actually support switching over to PC speaker or ad-lib only. And you can also, in Duke Nukem 2, it's kind of a somewhat unique feature, I guess, where you can combine the two, ad-lib and Sound Blaster sound effects. They sort of play at the same time. I always like playing in that mode. It just sounds nice and beefy and sort of, I don't know. I like the way that sounds, but that's not possible yet. Again, I think it's planned for future versions. But this does, however, support more simultaneous sound effects playing at once, so they don't just, limit the number of sounds like you do in the DOS version with Sound Blaster. So that's cool. You get more complex sound effects playing. But even more impressive, I think, just visually, take a look at this. This is my ultra-wide display that I use on my main editing rig, and yeah, it scales up to that and does it very nicely as well. I was really, really psyched to see this. I don't know, playing Duke 2 in ultra-wide, that's awesome. Now I want to get like a super ultra-wide thing, try it on as wide of a ridiculous screen as possible, because apparently it just scales up to whatever you have. And if you have the widescreen option enabled in the options, then it'll just stretch it out, but it does it in a nice pixel scaling kind of way. Like, I don't know, it doesn't look ugly. I was happy to see that. I've seen some other kind of things in the past where you get 2D game updated for widescreens and you get weird shimmering. Like, the scaling is off. It's good here though. And of course, if you don't have widescreen enabled, then you can just play the game. Let's see if we, where's the options? Yeah. This keeps the original aspect ratio intact no matter what resolution you're running in. So, yeah, I'm still capturing this at like 4K, but yeah, you can get the two. So you can see how much more, see how much more room to the left and right you're seeing, especially to the right. It actually makes the game significantly easier since you can see so much farther off. I don't know. I just think this is great. It's great, right? The fact that this is completely just like reimagining it. I mean, and it feels and plays just as it should. You know, it's not a source port because this thing doesn't have a source that's publicly available. I don't even know if it's still around. Oh, I have rapid fire, forgot. Well, anyway. Yeah, let's look at that, quick saved. Just wanted to try that real quick. So we'll go over here and then I'll load back again. Hey, and there we go. You know, I have noticed that there is occasionally something weird that happens when you do the quick save and reloading where like the backgrounds don't always... Well, this might actually do it since we changed backgrounds here again. Yeah, look at that. Now we get this sort of Martian looking background here. And then if we go here, now it's reversed. And now it's the prison outdoors. Minor thing. I'm sure it's a known bug or whatever. But it's sort of an interesting quirk of like adding quick saving and quick loading to a game that never had it originally, I guess. It's kind of cool though. Just to see different parts of levels. Whoops, ran out of rapid. Yeah, I see different parts of levels with different backgrounds that I'm used to. But, you know, I believe, if I remember correctly, you can kind of go back and it's just... Does it fix itself? No, it's just sort of weird. And like I said, it doesn't always happen. It seems to be depending on where you quick save and load. And, yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show that this existed, and it's awesome. You know, check it out on GitHub. You know, like I said, all you need is the original files for the game, whether it's the free shareware one or the registered full version. Not only that though, but let's move over to my browser. So yeah, here is the place where you download it on GitHub, the Rigel engine. Here's all the things, a nice list of differences. Look at all this. Sound and music volume can be adjusted, display settings, all the stuff we've pretty much talked about. Ooh, lifted limitations for number of simultaneous explosions, particles, and effects on screen. Nice. More explosions, baby. And here's the thing that I wanted to move over to the browser for. Check it out, the web version. So you can play the entire thing without even downloading the source port at all or messing with getting your own files. So, yeah. How cool is that? Yeah, I think it's awesome. Oh, I'm going to do a different episode. There we go. Oh, this is only the shareware one on here. Well, that makes sense. Okay, well, we'll do hard then. Yeah, it's not exactly the same. Obviously, there's no intro, there's no loading screen. There's a bunch of little slight differences here and there. But, you know, it's still Duke Nukem 2. And it's entirely, completely, fantastically playable in a browser now. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know. I adored this game as a kid. So seeing any kind of like modern re-implementation of it, even if it's not quote unquote official, whatever, I would love to see this officially done though. Like, oh man, yeah, stick it on Steam, right? Yeah, pay the man, license it or whatever. I mean, it's awesome that it's open source, but I would totally, you know, it'd be nice to see this as like still left as a freely downloadable open, but also an official one, you know, maybe sold for, to be able to get the registered files. Obviously, there's issues with anything related to the Duke Nukem license nowadays, so maybe it is better off that this is not an officially licensed thing and it's just freely downloadable conversion for modern systems. Either way, it's great to see. Love to see it. Thank you very much for letting me know about this. Lethal guitar. This is so cool. Yeah, it's just muscle memory at this point. Oops. As soon as I say that, I screw up. All right, well, anyway. How cool is this? How cool is this? Dude. So neat. That's it. Thanks for playing, and thank you for watching. Check out this thing. There's a link in the description.